Stop hanging around people who do not like you. I don't care how many years y'all known each other. I don't care how long you've been with him. I don't care how long you've been with her. If they do not like you, if they cannot go where you're going, if they do not support you, let it go. You have to care about yourself enough. Stop people pleasing. Stop seeking validation outside of God.
Clock it, clock it, clock it, clock it, okay? For some reason, I've had a lot of friendships or even relationships that ended in the most painful ways and even confusing ways. I'm not here to bash anyone, but I'm processing, I'm venting, I'm speaking my story, and then maybe I'm gonna help someone out there feel seen. One thing about me is I see potential in a lot of people. I notice people's flaws and I give people chances. I show up for people. I show up for my friends. I show up for my family. I show up for people who are worth showing up for, like people who are in my life. You know what I'm saying? And one thing about me, when something feels off or when something is disturbing my spirit or my soul, I speak up. I don't hold grudges. I don't do that. And I noticed with a lot of past friendships, a lot of people could not handle that for some reason. A lot of people did not handle that. They don't handle that. They don't tolerate that at all. A lot of people misread my directness for being aggressive or too direct. Like, I don't know. One thing about me is sometimes, this is on me, I give more than what I receive. I pour out so much grace to people. Somehow it feels like it's been taken for granted. It's almost as if the minute that I do something, I'm not perfect, right? But the minute I do something, it's like they quit to leave. Sometimes where I feel like I start to set boundaries with people, it becomes a reason for someone to pull away from me. Lately, my heart has been so heavy. I'm not even sad. It's like I'm tired. I've gave out so much love into people. I've extended grace, poured into people's cups. But the weight of being misunderstood, overlooked, it really, really upsets me. And right now it's like I don't even want to be around anyone anymore. And it's not because I'm angry. It's not like I'm pissed. I feel like I just need some type of peace in my life. I need quiet and I need time to remind myself who I am and who I should be, who I should continue to be. And I'm realizing that alone isn't lonely. It's almost like healing me in a way. It's where I don't have to question if I'm doing too much or if I'm good enough. It's where I can breathe without being disappointed. I'm 22 years old and I am realizing so many things about friendships, relationships, everything, people in your life. I want to talk about a friendship that recently ended, kinda in a way, and it also changed my perspective on friendships. This was someone I really did actually really love, like a sister. I poured into her. I showed up for her emotionally. I supported her. I gave her thoughtful gifts when I noticed certain things. I genuinely loved that girl. And I gave because that's who I am. She didn't have to do it for me to do it for her. But there was a time she admitted to me, and this really hurt me. I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. She told me she felt like I was trying to outdo her or steal her best friend away from her when I became her friend. And hearing that hurt me so much. I can't even lie. She was seeing me as a threat. Whole time I was showing love. I'm friendly. I'm nice. I was genuinely confused. I still wished her happy birthday, but when mine came around, she watched my story and didn't even wish me happy birthday. I've reached out. There was no response. Checked in, no response. No fight, no fallout, just silence. Literally. It's like those type of friendship ending that like they just stop talking. You don't even know what happened. It's like you older than me, but you acting like a middle schooler. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm confused. But one thing I learned is that not everyone is ready for the kind of love that you give. Sometimes people project their insecurities into you. When you're confident, when you're kind, when you're giving, people start to compare themselves instead of connecting. And that's not your fault. And I had to remind myself that. I don't regret anything. My love was not wasted. It was just misunderstood. People don't talk about how hard it is to heal from female friendships that break. I fear female friendships. And it's not because I don't love women. I love women. Trust me. I do. But I've seen what it comes with sometimes. Jealousy, competition, animosity, unspoken resentment, you name it. I've had friendships where I was loyal, I was supportive, but somehow I still ended up being the villain in their story. It made me become cautious. It made me become guarded. How you can have a friend, be close with her, and then out of nowhere they just decide to stop talking to you. Deep down, I want sisterhood. I really do. But with everything that's happened to me, I fear that. And don't get me wrong, I do have like maybe 3 to 6 close friends, or female close friends that I genuinely do value a lot. You know what I'm saying? But these are people who's been here for a long time. A lot of these friendships I'm talking about are people I met recently. One person is actually someone that I've known for 10 years now. And I'm sad that I'm even talking about her in this video because I would have never imagined. And I'm working on that fear because not every female is like that, you know? I had a best friend who ghosted me 2 times. First time it happened, it was kind of like out of her control because we were young. It was parents involved. She just had her own things going on. She had to move away. So it's not like she willingly ghosted me, but she was gone and it hurt me. And there was also a lot to the story that happened. She came back, we reconnected. We're not best friends anymore, but we reconnected as friends. She became a sister. She became my person. She became someone that, like, she's my childhood, you know? And then one day I started setting some boundaries. The minute I did that, on shared locations with me, on just ghosted, nothing. I asked her, is there something that I said wrong? Is there something that I said that you didn't like? Clear it up to me. We can talk about it right now. But she didn't want to talk about it. And I gave her space. But that space, it's been 2 years now. No reaching out, nothing. Nothing at all. Change numbers. I had to dig up my own, and I had to do some investigations to find this girl. And I did, and I reached out. And the way she responded to me, nasty. It was so nasty, I couldn't believe it. As if I did something. It's like, I just don't understand. I came respectfully. I asked people, is there something I did? Especially when I genuinely loved you. I treated you as my sister. I just don't understand people anymore. Like, I really don't understand, and I'm really tired. I've come across with people with a lot of narcissistic energy. I notice how confrontation really makes people feel defensive. And if you're not even coming from a place of hate, you're coming from a place of love. You're telling this person, hey, whenever you do this, it really hurts me. Why are you acting like the victim? If you've ever felt disposable, you're not. You're not disposable. You're valuable, and the right people will treat you like it. I was talking to someone for a good minute, 6 months maybe, trying to get in a relationship with them. Trying. Heavy on the trying. No shade. And during that talking stage, I experienced something that no one should ever experience. Something that crossed every boundary. And even then, I still gave grace. I chose forgiveness. Not because what happened was okay. It was not okay whatsoever. It was not okay. But I didn't want to carry any hate in my heart. I believe people can change. I believe that people make mistakes and we're humans. We fall short. The roles reversed when I did something not even close to what they did to me. When I messed up, when I got a little bit disrespectful with my voice, cut, quick, no thinking about it. I wish I was like that. I wish I was like that. And that's when it hit me. Like, yo, Agnesa, you give a lot of grace to people. A lot. I just felt very disposable at that moment. I really did. I'm learning that I can forgive people, but I don't have to give them a chance in my life or try to give them grace. I'm gonna stop. This stops from now on. I was in a relationship with someone for 11 months, almost a year. We almost made it a year, y'all. He was, I would say, my first real love or my first real adult relationship, I would say. And even though I've healed, I've healed from that failed relationship, a part of me still holds on in a way. And it's not in a way where I want to get back in a relationship with you right now. It's more like, I'm like remembering how deeply I felt in love and how I was loved. Yo, how safe I felt with this person. I wonder, will I ever meet anyone that made me feel that way? It's hard because healing doesn't always mean forgetting. I've accepted that he's a part of my story. And I know that the way I love that man, I know I will find someone in the future that can love me that way as well. And maybe even more. Maybe they'll stay. Maybe we'll make it work. But I'm grateful, I'm so grateful in a way. I have so many trust issues when it comes to people now. I always feel like some people don't like me. Now I'm so cautious because if you don't like me, why are you still following me? Why do you keep up with me if you don't even like me? Block me, unfollow me, Stop pouring into cups that leak. Not everyone deserves your energy. Not everyone that's close to you deserves your energy. You need to protect your peace. Grace is powerful, but don't confuse it with self-abandonment. You can forgive someone and still decide they don't need to be in your life. It's okay. You don't need to let everyone have access to you. Honesty is a gift, and don't feel bad for being too real for people. Some people are not used to accountability. Some people have a lot of pride, and I pray that spirit of pride to get away. Especially with me too, it happens. But some people have so much pride, they don't like to take accountability. You trigger something in them when you confront them with something, or you're being too real about something. Some people don't like that. But there's nothing wrong with being honest. And that's their reflection. It's not a reflection of you. People show you how they feel. Not everyone has to like you. It's something I'm starting to realize. Not everyone has to like you. No matter how much you're poor, supportive, you check in on people, they might still not like you. It's not enough. To some people, it's not enough. Don't let the world convince you that it's wrong to be a caring person, to have a heart, to be emotional, to be sensitive. One thing I need to know is I don't always need closure. I don't. I don't need closure. Maybe the closure is the situation that happened. Also remember that your emotional maturity, your boundaries, it's beautiful. And if someone cannot meet you there, just let them go. Healing is not being cold. It's being clear. You don't have to make your heart become hard. Just learn how to recognize when it's time to stop knocking on closed doors. And I realized I was not around people. I was not surrounded by people who were like me. So yeah, I've lost people. People that I've loved. People that I never wanted to lose. I've outgrown people. I've been hurt by people. I've probably hurt people too. Shoot. I'm learning to stop begging for love. I'm learning to stop shrinking myself to become acceptable. I'm done giving out grace, especially when there's no accountability. My heart is definitely big, but it's no longer available to certain people anymore. If you're like in the season of like letting go, you're not alone. Protect your peace, honor your softness, But don't let the pain make you hard or like a bad person or like the big bad wolf. No, you don't need to become that person if that's not you. I've seen some people who try to act nonchalant, like you're not nonchalant for real, but alright. You will meet friends who will love you. You'll meet people who will love you fully, deeply. But until then, love yourself that way. Literally, love yourself that way. There's so much I could say, but I think I'm gonna keep it like this. Thank you for listening to my story or whatever this was. I hope it makes you feel seen. I'll see you guys in the next video, and hopefully with, better energy, better, yeah. Bye.